Good morning, friends. Welcome to your own Adda 24/7. And today's topic is very important. Today's topic is ISLM curve. ISLM is one of the important topics in Module A in ABM. Here, this topic comes for roughly 7 to 8 marks. Roughly, on an average. 7 to 8 marks on an average. Okay. So, today's topic will be studying meaning of ISLM curve, significance of ISLM curve, and then objective questions. Okay, so watch the video till the end. Okay, beforehand I would suggest download Adda 24/7 app on your mobile. Also join our officers at the YouTube channel and press the bell icon so that you will get all the new videos. Okay, so let's move on to the topic. Before that, see this: on June 6th, means how many days are remaining? Just few days. We are starting this selection batch. More on this later. Here you can watch the details over here. Okay, I'll come to this later. So let's move on to the topic. See this: 80% off going on. Okay, on this batch also you'll get 80% off. So go for this. Use this code Y432. It's a super offer for month end. Will end up till on 31st of this month. So let's start with ISLM curve. ISLM curve full form is investment savings and liquidity preference money supply. Actually, I always feel that it should be ISLPM curve because preference word is there. But the problem is this preference is missing over here. Okay, so investment savings. Now, what do you mean by this investment savings here? There are two parts in this curve. Always remember. Theory I'll definitely read whatever is given, but important part over here what you need to understand. See, here understanding is very important in CAIIB. ISLM investment saving comes from the investors, you and me, who deposit the money in the bank. Okay, and LM comes from the businessman who uses the money. It's that simple. Investment saving from the depositors who deposit the money, and LM comes from the businessmen who use the money. Now we have understood the logic. Now we'll go for this ISLM curve. The three critical exogenous variables in ISLM curve model are liquidity, investment, and consumption. Okay, see here name itself: liquidity, investment, and consumption. Okay, so this consumption will come as a part of this preference money supply. Liquidity is determined by the size and velocity of the money supply. Size and velocity means what? Size comes from GDP. Okay, and velocity means how many hands does the money change. Now this velocity is always defined by CRR. CRR always defines the velocity because CRR is meant for increasing the velocity in the of money in the economy as such. Okay, the levels of investing and consumption are determined by the marginal decisions of the individual actors. Means investing and consumption means what? Say this: investment and consumption. So this part comes from the individual actors. Now who all are the individual actors? One are those savers like us, and the second are the users of those funds, right? So the IS curve slopes downwards and to the right. We'll come to this later again, but importantly, why does it slope downward? That's important. Okay, so on x-axis we have output, and on y-axis we always have interest rate. So see this curve. This is the ISLM curve. On x-axis we have output. See this is the x-axis. Now it's written y over here. It doesn't mean it's y-axis. Okay, y means here it's output. Okay, YF we call it. That's why it's given as y over here. YF, y means yearly output you can call it. Okay, and R is the interest rate. So what did we say about x-axis? X-axis was output, y-axis was interest rates, isn't it? So here what can this be? Output be? Let's consider this as GDP. Okay, this can be GDP over here, and R is interest rate. Now what is interest rate? Let's consider this as repo. See here, it can be various things. I can consider repo over here, I can consider CRR over here. Whichever I have to study the relationship, correlation between the two factors, I'll put them on y-axis and x-axis. But remember, y-axis is limited for interest rates only. It can be repo, it can be CRR, or any interest rate. Okay, and y-axis is x-axis is what? Output. Output is GDP. Now remember, important part over here: IS curve always slopes downwards, and LM curve always slopes upwards. Okay, now what does it mean? IS curve slopes downwards means what? As the interest rate goes on reducing, even you see in your normal life also, if the rate of interest of the loan goes on reducing, what happens? This IS curve is of the savers, right, who save the money. If the interest rate goes down, the savers will go up or down. They will less. What are you saying about the FDs now? FDs are going downwards. Why? Because the interest rates are falling. So IS curve will always fall down as the rates move down and GDP moves up. Always remember, if the rates move down, only then the GDP can move up. Okay, so savers will become less as the rate of interest decreases. But reverse is the case with the investment. This LPM guys means basically this business guys. As the interest rate decreases, people tend to open more businesses. They try to be more business persons rather than jobs, only doing the jobs. Okay, so they become employers rather than employees. So this LM curve, it goes on increasing, because why? LM curve means this is of the businessman. As the rate of interest will decrease, the businessman will try to start more and more businesses. So this LM curve will always move up. Now where does RBI stop in reducing this rate of interest? It stops where these two meet each other, IS and LM. Okay, remember there is only one curve. This IS dash and LM dash are shifting of these curves. You can only look at this IS and LM. Okay, so where these meet, this is known as the equilibrium point. Now what is this equilibrium point? This equilibrium point means the point at which the savers and the takers of the money are in equilibrium. Both agree at that rate of interest, and there RBI always fixes the CRR or repo, whichever rate it compares. Okay, so now we got the point. How IS curve slopes down and how LM curve slopes upwards. Type yes if you have got it. Type yes fast, because this concept is very important. Okay, always type yes. Got it? Got that point? Okay, yes. Now I am seeing certain yeses. A negative shock to investment shifts IS curve, reducing output. So negative shock to investment, if the investment goes down, okay, if the investment goes down, then what happens? IS curve will slope downwards, because investment is down means what? The savers have reduced. Persons like me have and you have reduced. So it will move downwards. Okay, similarly over here, in the long run price level falls. So as the price level falls, shifting LM curve downwards. So again this is going downward. Downwards means what? It's actually moving towards higher output, isn't it? So it's shifting LM curve downwards, lowering the interest rate and increasing the output, isn't it? It's falling downwards means what? It's moving towards the right. As this LM curve moves towards the right, this is called a shifting of the curve. Okay, so as this move towards the right, we'll have more GDP, isn't it? Significance of ISLM curve. The IS curve slopes downwards because as the income increases, or saving also increases, and rate of interest falls down. So as the income increases means somebody increases. How will the income increase over here? If the IS curve rate of interest is falling down, then businesses will increase. So income will increase. Okay, so as the rate of interest falls down, the business increase, and also the rate of income of the general person increases. So as the income increases, so definitely he'll have more money to save. So once if he has more money to save, what will he do? So the rate of interest will fall down and he'll start his own businesses. Okay, so he won't invest in the savings over here now. IS curve. Why? Because the rate of interest is going down. Why will he save? He will go for businesses. He will go for equity investments. Okay, LM curve. LM curve slopes upwards because as income increases, rate of interest also increases because of rise in demand for the money. So this will lead to inflation. Okay, means as this LM curve will always move upwards. Understand the logics here. Basically, as the LM curve will move, as the rate of interest will fall down, what will happen to this LM curve? People will tend to increase their businesses, to expand their businesses. Suppose, take your example only. If tomorrow the rate of interest in home loan reduces, okay, drastically, it's presently at what, 7-8%, tomorrow it comes down to 3%. What will you try to do? You will try to purchase a new house, because you know what, only 3% is going. So more business activity will happen. So as the rate of interest goes down, definitely business activity increases over here. Okay, so as the business activity increases, demand for money also increases, because as the business increases, more money will be needed. From where will we get the money? We'll get the money from the bank and FIs. Okay, so that was the significance of ISLM curve. Now ISLM curve, when the money supply is increased, it is an expansionary monetary policy. Here, when money supply is increased means what? Rate of interest is brought down. Okay, this is known as expansionary. This is where RBI comes in picture. This is shown by shifting of LM curve towards the right. Here, this LM curve will shift towards the right. When the money supply is decreased, it is known as the contractionary money policy, right? Means money supply is decreased means what? R increases. RBI will increase the repo rate, it will increase the CRR. So it's a contractionary policy. RBI will tend to buy back the money, get the money from the market to its kitty. Okay, so that will contract the economy. This is shown by shifting the LM curve towards the left, right? The LM curve will shift towards the left. Okay, so before going ahead to the objective questions now, understand this crash course or selection batch which is coming up on June 6th. See here, 35 plus hours of ABM, BFM, mocks and ebooks, last minute preparation, recorded videos are available 24/7. So this is very good thing for you. If you miss any class, you can definitely have the recorded videos. Solve unlimited doubts, all the numericals will be solved, all the case studies will be solved, all the objectives would be solved, and no extra knowledge would be given. Only to the point, one, because this batch is very short batch. It's a crash course, understand this, okay? So go for it and you'll have your entire CAIIB syllabus covered within 1 month almost, okay? So go for it. How to use this code? See here, by this, using this code, you'll get a hell lot of discounts. So go for these discounts, I'll tell you how at the end, okay? So let's move on to the objective questions now. Pick the odd man out. The choices are rent, interest, wages and money. Which is the odd man out over here? Tick tick 1. I'll give you 10 seconds now. Tick tick 1. Tick tick 2. Tick tick 3. Tick tick 4. Tick tick 5. Tick tick 6. Yes, I'll count till 10. And what are you doing? Yes, some of you have started writing. Yes, answer is correct. Correct. Yeah, the answer is, which is the answer? Wages or money? People have got stuck between 3 and 4. So correct answer is 4, money. Why? Because rent, interest, wages, for earning this, what are these? These have to be earned. I have to do something. I have to buy a property and then give it on rent. So I have to work somewhere. Interest, I have to part with my money. Then only I'll get interest, right? So I have to do something. Wages, I have to work and then I get the wages, right? And money is just a medium of exchange. Money is useful in all these three. So odd man out is money over here. Got this point? Next. According to J.M. Keynes, rate of interest and bond prices are related. So rate of interest and bond prices, they are related inversely, directly, parallel, horizontal. Again 10 seconds. Tick tick 1. Tick tick 2. Tick tick 3. Tick tick 4. Fast. Yeah, fast. It's so simple. Rate of interest and bond prices. You have studied this in JAIIB also. So market rate and market price of the bond are always correct. Yes, those who have studied very well in JAIIB, they'll understand this very well. Even in ABM, I have taken in my earlier lectures also over here. Okay, so they are inversely related. Correct, inversely. Keynes explains interest in terms of, so interest as per Keynes theory. Keynes theory, remember Keynes theory, I have taken it in one of my lectures earlier. Follow this champion series full, okay? I have taken it in one of my lectures. Keynes theory explains the everything in terms of money only. It's related to monetary terms only. So answer is now, I gave you the hint, real, economic, monetary and social. Which one is the correct answer? Keynes has explained everything in terms of money. So answer will be definitely monetary forces, right? Keynes defines rate of interest as reward for parting with the liquidity. It's that simple. A reward for parting means what? If I have some cash and keep it in my home only, so will I get some interest on that? No. But if I give it to somebody for some productive use, then I'll get the money. So parting with the money, okay? The initials LM stand for. So LM in ISLM curve stands for liquidity model, liquidity preference and money supply, liquidity and money model, liquidity and money. So which is the correct answer? Fast. Just now we saw it, isn't it? Everyone, fast, be fast over here. I told you one something about P also over there. So it should be LPM, I told you, isn't it? Liquidity preference money supply. So our correct answer is 2. Preference is silent over here, okay? IS curve is derived from, now this is something different. Okay, I've taken a separate lecture on classical theory, Keynes theory, everything, okay? So IS curve is derived from classical theory, Keynesian liquidity preference theory of interest, law of diminishing marginal utility and law of equimarginal utility. So IS curve is derived from classical, Keynesian, diminishing marginal or equimarginal. Here, I'll give you the hint. 3 and 4 are out. Only 1 and 2. Okay? So only 1 and 2. Type fast. Again 5 seconds. Fast. Tick tick 1. Tick tick 2. Tick tick 3. Tick tick 4. And correct. Classical theory. Okay? Important part over here, understand this. Why this classical theory? What does this classical theory say? Classical theory always talks of savings. Okay? Classical theory says that money used means which can be given as a loan comes from the money from the savings only. So classical theory will always talk in terms of IS curve. Okay? Investment savings. And now second part. LM curve is derived from again classical, Keynesian, and remaining 2 are out. Diminishing and equimarginal. Okay, so classical is over here. So this Keynesian theory will be for LM, right? Keynesian. Why? What does Keynes define? He defines everything in terms of money. What did I say about LM curve? LM curve is about businessmen. So businessmen are always concerned about money. So they'll definitely come from the Keynesian theory, isn't it? Classical theory of interest and demand. See, this two I have given it for your reference. Demand and supply of capital theory of interest. The rate of interest is determined by the supply of and demand of the savings, isn't it? What did I say? The money which is available for giving as a loan is available only from the supply. So supply means what? Those savers, right? It only talks in terms of supply and demand for money. Means rate of interest is a output of supply and demand for money. And Keynesian talks about what? Interest parting with the funds, right? Interest is not rewarding of not hoarding, but interest is the reward for not hoarding but parting with the liquidity, isn't it? Just now we saw it. So these were the questions about this IS-LM curve. Hope so you have understood this IS curve, LM curve, and the important peculiarities of that IS-LM curve. Now I'll tell you how to use this code while coming for these classes. Okay, see, let's go. I'll show you practically how it is to be done. Go to Adda 24/7. Okay, here you can directly, if you have the app, you can directly go to the app. Okay, app is easier, but if you don't have the app, okay, I would always suggest download the app first. There you will get everything and you will get almost 1% extra. Why? Because there are coins available if you go for the app. Okay, so now go for this on the website JAIIB CAIIB. Click on this JAIIB CAIIB on the front page itself. You'll see the packs JAIIB CAIIB Mahapack, JAIIB and CAIIB. Click on this CAIIB. Once you click on this CAIIB, you'll get this. See this. You'll get these batches. Click on this selection batch. This is what we are talking of on June 6th. Okay. Once you click on this, you'll see this. See this. You have got all the details. See this. The details which I have already given. 35 plus hours of ABM, BFM, mocks and ebooks, recorded videos, unlimited doubts. Okay. So you can read this again. Then click on the offers. Because the fees is 13,299. Click on the offer. Use this code Y432. Once you use this code, what is it? 13,299 minus 10,639 equals to 2,659. Means you are getting 80% off, right? This is available up to 31st only. Okay. So 80% off means what? It's a huge sum, huge amount. Okay. 80%. So, and this 2659. In how many months will you recover this 2659? Tell me, how many months? 1300 is your average increment after CAIIB. In 2 months you recover everything, and whatever remains is yours throughout your life. Okay, so this is an investment for lifetime. So go for it immediately. I'll stop over here. See you again tomorrow with another topic. Bye.